Hello, I'm Steen. A lot of you have probably seen the classic 1997 I Know What You Did Last Summer movie. But did you know? But have you read the original book by Lois Duncan? All right, so let's go a little bit into Lois Duncan. Lois Duncan was born in Philadelphia in the 1930s, 1934. And she was very interested in writing from a young age. So she started writing books. She wrote for magazines for a long time, a lot of women's magazines. But she got fascinated by the idea of the supernatural and speculative fiction. So she started writing some books about that, and it was a lot of teen focused books. She was really the first big author to do teen thriller and horror, several of which got turned into movies. But what I Know What You Did Last Summer is the one that really was the big thing. Now, the fun part is the book was originally written in 1973. So that book has been around a long time. She was not particularly thrilled with the movie, though, interestingly enough, because about a decade earlier, her own daughter had been murdered. A murder which would not be solved and the perpetrator convicted until 2021, several years after she had passed away. So she did have a couple other of her books made into movies, The Summer of Fear and Killing Mr. Griffin. She also did some interesting stuff later on with different types of supernatural stuff. But I Know What You Did Last Summer. The basic premise between the two is the same. Group of kids, horrible thing happens. A couple of the kids are seniors, one of which is 18. A couple of the kids are juniors. It's two couples are in their car, have been imbibing, shall we say, drinking a little bit of herbage, and they run into somebody. Now, in the movie, it was an adult. In the books, it was a child on a bicycle. And you find out more about it as it goes along. And then you slowly find out about how the revenge unfolds. And I really like the suspense aspect of the books. The books are all very well written. I read most of her catalog in junior high. She has a good turn of phrase, and the suspense that she keeps ramping up and up and up as the book goes along is really, really good. Now, if you've seen the movie, you're going to kind of know where things are going, but it's definitely differently approached. Now, I will say the endings too are fairly different, and the reasons why are similar but different. Yeah, you definitely read the book. It definitely falls more into that teen thriller vibe. Highly recommend. She wrote a lot of other really great books. There was Down a Dark Hall, kind of a gothic teen school horror. There's Stranger with My Face, which is astral projection, is heavily plays into it. That's one of the ones I really like. Besides how I Know What You Did Last Summer, and then there's The Third Eye, which deals with psychic precognition kind of abilities. Fascinating things about the author. In 2010, 10 of her books were re released with updates made by her. She updated fashion, she updated the dialogue a little bit, and she added technology that wouldn't have been in place back in the 70s when a lot of these books were originally written. So the copy I have, that one, is the updated version. And you can get all the updated versions out in e format, physical format. Highly recommend. And also, another fun thing to know, if you've ever seen the movie Hotel for Dogs, this is the same author. She wrote Hotel for Dogs in 1971. That book is older than me. And then later, after the movie came out, she wrote two sequels in the 2000s. So I have to say that it's worth taking a look at your favorite movies and going, hey, wait, was there a book? Highly recommend. I know what you did last summer. Of course, I've said that way too many times, but I do highly recommend. And check any of your other favorite movies. Maybe a few of them were inspired by books. Always worth a look. Enjoy.